Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Charles Sabansi. I want to welcome you guys to another episode of the Dreamerspro Show, where we cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment, and we give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see them. And today we got a pretty fun show for you guys. But before we get into it, please make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel. Now, yesterday was a very, very interesting day. Why? Because I was scrolling through the internet, right? And I actually have this posted on my my Instagram. If you guys want to follow me on Instagram, it's ctabanz, C-T-A-B-A-N-Z, or follow us on Instagram as well in Dreamerspro. So I was going through my Instagram, and while I was on there, I came across a post, right, that flashed across my screen. And this post initially was posted by Bleacher Report. So I clicked on the post and I actually shared it in my story. And I could not believe what I saw. In this post, it says, you can look at it, Saudi Arabian club Al Hilal is offering a record-breaking $1.1 billion to bring over Mbappe on a one-year deal. Transfer fee to PSG would be $332 million, and his salary would be $776 million. Unreal. I saw that. And you know when you see something that is so like preposterous, you just start laughing. Like, I can't believe what I just saw. So I started laughing. It was that crazy, right? It was that crazy. And then I started to think about some of the big athletes that we know, the Lebrons, the Floyd Mayweathers, the Patrick Mahomes, the Tom Brady, all of these guys. And I started to think about these guys, and as someone that covers the NBA extensively, you know, I started to realize that the money that these guys are making in the football field makes a lot of these guys in the NBA and in these other sports, you know, I don't want to use the word, but it makes them look like small boys compared to them, right? So I came across an article this morning from a website called marketwatch.com, which had some pretty interesting information that I want to share with you guys. But before we get into that, this video is brought to you by sponsor Aura, who's also the official sponsor of the T-Wolves. Do you know what the fastest growing crime in America is today? It's identity theft. Imagine trying to log into your email only to see that your password has been changed. Then you start getting weird notifications from your bank and credit cards, only to find out that all of your personal and sensitive information has been totally compromised. If you think it can happen to you and your family, just know that in 2020, over 49 million Americans were victims to identity theft, costing them a combined $56 billion. That is why we are excited to partner with Aura, who's the sponsor of this video. Aura is the #1 identity theft and financial fraud protection. Aura monitors the dark web and alerts you if any of your passwords and accounts have been breached. And funny enough, after using Aura, I discovered some of my credentials were floating around in the dark web, and the app showed me exactly when and where the breach happened. In addition, Aura allows you to set spending alerts, and they'll notify you of any suspicious transactions. Aura is 4 times faster than any of its competitors in alerting you if someone is trying to open a credit card or obtain a loan using your name. And remember this, every 14 seconds, someone becomes a victim of identity fraud. Don't let it happen to you. Now click the link in the description and try Aura for free for 2 weeks and see if any of you or your family's personal information has been compromised. Start your free trial at aura.com/dreamerspro. And when you try Aura, by using the link in the description below, also know that you're supporting this channel. Thank you. So let me just get into this article here. NBA players react to reportedly $776 million offer for soccer star Kylian Mbappe. PSG star Mbappe is one of the best footballers in the world, and one team is reportedly willing to pay him $776 million for his services. Article continues on. French soccer club Paris Saint-Germain has entered negotiations with Saudi Arabian club Al Hilal for star striker Mbappe, according to multiple reports. Mbappe, who's in the last year of his contract, could receive a massive payday of $776 million for 1 year as part of the deal, according to reports from CBS and Fabrizio Romano. By far the richest single season sports contract ever given out. That number would include commercial deals, Romano reported, in addition to Mbappe's soccer obligations to the club. So that's what he said. And then yesterday, as a matter of fact, we put up a poll on our channel where we essentially asked our audience the question, which was, if the Saudis were to create some type of some type of basketball league, do you believe that these NBA stars would find a way to basically migrate over there? And when we put up that poll has generated, let me say, about 10,000 votes right now. And roughly 85% of the people said, hell yes, a lot of these NBA players would actually find a way to migrate over. Now, let me just tell you some interesting things about this contract. I saw another post from Bleacher Report which said this, and this is just freaky. It says, comparing Kylian Mbappe's $776 million deal. Next slide. 531 LeBron James all-time NBA earnings. 494 Patrick Mahomes deal through 2031. And basically it goes on and on and on. You have another, the value of the Arizona Coyotes, $450 million. Serena Williams career earnings, $450 million. The New York Mets entire payroll, $367 million. Tom Brady's all-time NFL earnings, $332 million. Cristiano Ronaldo's earnings per year at $213 million. These soccer players, man, are on a completely different plane altogether. Now, when we put up that post, some people were like, no, they wouldn't leave. These guys, the big guys wouldn't go. The big guys will stay behind, still holding on to hope. No, they'll still stay here because, well, they're staying here. And a lot of people, other people that responded to them, like, no, you don't understand this thing. There's a phrase that's called money talks. And money absolutely talks. Let me tell you what Giannis said. Giannis says, Al Hilal, can you take me? I look like Mbappe. That's what Giannis said. LeBron James said, he put up a GIF or GIF, however you want to call it. Me heading to Saudi when they call Rich Paul and Maverick Carter for that 1 year deal. You see LeBron running over there. There you have another one. You have Damian Lillard. 1 year, $776 million. What the F? LOL. Let me tell you something. These guys are moved by money. Forget about what you heard. Forget about if those boys found a way to create some type of league out there. I can assure you that a lot of them will leave the United States and they wouldn't even think twice. Why? Number one, some people don't have this emotional attachment to just being in their local place, the country where they're from, number one. Number two, a good amount of NBA players travel. So they don't have this thing of, well, I need to be around what I'm used to. A lot of these guys are well traveled and they don't have any issues staying in other parts of the world. If you assume that, I think you're probably speaking from your own experience. A lot of these guys, I don't think, have that issue. Number one. Number two, a lot of them can live the exact life that they're living in the United States. They can live in those other countries at a very, very high level. So it wouldn't be that much of a difference. Now, there'll be some little things that'll be different, but I don't think enough to make you want to miss out on $300-400 million. There's nothing that I would pass up on to say, well, I'd rather not. I truly doubt that a lot of them will forgo that kind of money. Recently, I just heard some news that Kemba Walker, who former Charlotte Hornet, former New York Knick, just recently signed a deal to play for the basketball team of Monaco. You guys know Monaco. Let me tell you something. I can almost assure you, for his time in Monaco, he is not going to miss not one single day living in the United States. Nobody that's been to Monaco, and I've been there one time, nobody will go to Monaco and say, oh man, I miss it. I'm sorry, it's not. You're talking about the richest place in the world in terms of the amount of billionaires. There are more billionaires per capita in Monaco than there's anywhere else in the world. So a guy like that living out there, trust me, I'm telling you for free, there's no way in the United States I'll be like, oh man, nah, there's absolutely nothing like it. You have Nice right down the corner. You're in the French Riviera. You can go to Italy. You can go to various places around, You know, you can go to various places around the country or whatever it is. So to me, man, I thought it was hilarious. It goes to show you that these soccer players, these guys are the ones commanding the real money in the sports world. Unfortunately, the way we cover sports in the United States, we have a very, what's the word that I'm looking for? Myopic way of covering sports, where a lot of American sports fans, unfortunately, are uninformed about things that are happening outside the U.S., which is why if you have an opportunity to travel, that's the best thing you can do for yourself. If there are any parents watching this video, the best thing you can do for your kids is travel with them. I'm not talking about traveling from state to state. I'm talking about traveling to another country, another part of the world. It doesn't have to be Europe. It can be anywhere. Traveling really opens your mind, right? So to me, unfortunately, the United States media has done a lot of Americans a disservice by basically putting them in a bubble that they don't really believe. So when you say stuff like, oh, LeBron is the biggest no, he's not. The biggest names in sports are all football players. It's football players, and then it's everybody else. You can now be fighting for the next, whoever wants to come next. There are only a few American athletes that I believe that are on that level in terms of name and notoriety. Obviously, I would say, of course, you have maybe Michael Jordan, who is universally recognized all over the universe. You have a Michael Jordan. Of course, you had a Muhammad Ali. You had guys like that. But if you're talking about modern day active guys, it's all football players. Cristiano Ronaldo, Messi, these guys, Mbappe, these are the biggest boys on the block. It's not even disputable. It's not even up for the conversation. You got, I think they were offering Mbappe another deal. Or was it Messi offering him $400 million a year? Where are you going to find these type of contracts? You just can't find. Number one, there's not enough people to pay for this. There's not enough interest. So to me, I thought it was pretty hilarious to show you that I'm sure a lot of these guys are sitting back like, damn, I'm over here flexing. I'm nothing to these dudes. I mean, for Mbappe to be able to earn basically all of what a LeBron or Patrick Mahomes can earn, and that's with endorsements, to earn in a year, or maybe not, or probably what they earn with endorsements totally, to earn that in one season, it's a joke. It's a joke. Nobody, I don't even care if you have the best endorsements, you're not making $400 million a year. There's no way you're making $400 million a year playing any sports in the United States. What league is going to pay you that? So I thought it was pretty funny, and hopefully I think it's something that you guys will have a laugh about. So what I want to know from you guys, what do you think about this news? What do you think about the reaction from some of these NBA players? Whatever you guys think, leave your thoughts in the comments, and we catch you guys on the next show. Peace.